Hello and welcome back. This is part 4 of Unit 4 UGC NET JRF Forensic Science. In this part, we will discuss about drugs. The maximum drug production in India is due to its high demand and high supply because of the presence of Golden Triangle, that is Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Golden Crescent, that is Myanmar, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Mexico. The drug produced in India is supplied to all these countries. The various acts regarding drugs in India are Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act, NDPS, Enforcement Administration, and Drug and Cosmetic Act. There are two types of impurities present in a drug. One is excipients, which mimic the activity of the main drug, for example, lidocaine in cocaine, and diluents, which increases the amount of drug by dilution. It decreases the concentration but increases the amount or bulk. For example, in heroin, quinine, starch, lactose, procaine, strychnine, and mannitol are added as diluents. Quinine is also used as bittering agent in tonic water or carbonated soft drink. The illegal drugs are manufactured in clandestine labs such as amphetamine, methamphetamine, MDMA, methcathinone, etc. Controlled substances are legal drugs whose sale, possession, and use are restricted because of their effects and also their potential for abuse. The classification of drugs based on its form and origin, it is classified into five. First is natural plant material, which examples are cannabis, mescal buttons, magic mushrooms, khat, etc. The derived plant material are that are naturally the origin is plant but are synthesized later. So these are cannabis resin, crack, morphine. Semi-synthetic drugs are heroin. Synthetic drugs example amphetamine. Microorganism based drug is lysergide, which is manufactured from ergotamine or rye plant, and the fungus that is used for its manufacturing was Clavicypes purpurea. Based on the pharmacological effect, drugs are classified as depressants, stimulants, hallucinogens, and narcotics. CNS depressants are hypnotics or tranquilizers. The main drug classes which comes under this category is barbiturates and benzodiazepines. Barbiturates are butabarbital, phenobarbital, pentobarbital, secobarbital. Secobarbital is also known as red devils. Benzodiazepines are diazepam, oxazepam, flunitrazepam, nitrazepam, etc. Others include ethanol, fentanyl, chloral hydrate, dextropropoxyphen, etc. The CNS stimulants, the main classes are cocaine, example crack and cocaine, amphetamine, and methamphetamine, designer drugs such as ecstasy. Others include phenmetrazine, cathinone, methcathinone, khat. Hallucinogens, phenylethylamines are mescaline, tryptamines are dimethyltryptamine, psilocybin and psilocin, ergot alkaloids, lysergic acid diethylamide, cannabinoids, hashish and marijuana. Others include phencyclidine, PCP or angel dust. The main drug class of narcotics is opiates, example heroin, morphine, and codeine. Pharmacokinetics of drugs. It involves four steps: absorption, distribution, metabolism, and elimination. So absorption is via oral, intravenous, intramuscular, rectal, topical, subcutaneous, inhalation, distribution of drugs. More is the blood supply to the organ, the more the organ would be exposed to the drug. So some organs such as brain, heart, and liver will receive more drug than other organs. Metabolism usually takes place in liver with the presence of a specific enzyme for a specific drug. Elimination is through urine, breath, and sweat. Agonist term is used to define a drug that binds to a receptor and causes the receptor to exert its function, whereas antagonist is the term used to describe the drug that when binds to the receptor does not let the receptor to cause its function. Synergism, when two or more drugs work together and increase or magnify the effects. According to NDPS Act 1985, the small and commercial quantity of various drugs are listed in this table. For amphetamine, the small quantity is 2 grams and commercial quantity is 50 grams. For buprenorphine, it is 1 and 20 gram. For charas or hashish, it is 100 grams and 1 kilogram. For cocaine, it is 2 gram and 100 gram. Codeine, 10 gram and 1 kilogram. Diazepam, 20 gram and 500 gram. Ganja, 1 kg and 20 kg. Heroin, 5 gram and 250 gram. Ecstasy, 0.5 gram and 10 gram. Methamphetamine, 2 gram and 50 gram. Mandrax, 20 gram and 500 gram. Morphine, 5 gram and 250 gram. Poppy straw, 1 kilogram and 50 kilogram. Now starting with narcotics. Narcotics are used as painkillers. They work by suppressing CNS, central nervous system ability to relay pain messages to the brain. The various examples of this category are opium, which is a naturally occurring substance from it is the resin of poppy plant or Papaver somniferum. The other names of this opium are black hash, Chinese molasses, Dover's powder, dream stick, God's medicine, gondola, O, zero, toxi, Auntie Emma, big zero, big O, and the effects on its exposure are difficulty in breathing, low BP, weakness, dizziness, etc. Morphine is the alkaloid of opium. It is naturally derived from opium. 10 kilograms of opium yields 1 kilogram of morphine. The other names of morphine are M, MS, Morpho, Morph, Mr. Blue, Miss Emma, New Jack Swing, Ankai, C&M, Dreamer, Emsil, First Line, How is Cotton Brothers. Heroin is semi-synthetic product as it is derived from morphine. It is also known as brown sugar, junk, horse, smack, hookers, etc. It is prepared by diacetylation of morphine using acetic anhydride or acetic chloride. Codeine is another naturally derived alkaloid of opium and it is used as a cough suppressant. Methadone is synthetic morphine surrogate. and it is also known as metho, fi, junk, juice amidon, chocolate chip cookies, jungle juice, dollies, and done. Oxycodone is synthetic thebaine. It is also known as percodone and oxycontin. Opium and its alkaloids. Alkaloids are basically organic compounds which have nitrogen atom and they are derived from living organisms. So, uh, opium alkaloids are derived from Papaver somniferum. Opium is the coagulated juice or resin of opium poppy and it contains nearly 40 alkaloids. The main alkaloids of opium are of two categories, phenanthrene alkaloids and isoquinoline alkaloids. Phenanthrene alkaloids are morphine, codeine, and thebaine, whereas isoquinoline alkaloids are papaverine and narcotine. The percentage of these alkaloids are morphine 4 to 21%, codeine 1.8 to 4%, thebaine 0.5 to 1%, papaverine 0.8 to 1%, and narcotine 4 to 7%. Opium seeds or khaskhas are not covered in NDPS as they contain very small amount of morphine by percentage, that is 0.001 to 0.003%. Opium is an analgesic and it is also used for the treatment of constipation. There are two similar terms that are opioids and opiates. Opioids are opium and its alkaloids, whereas opiates are the derived products of opium and its alkaloids. Now, how opium is obtained? The unripe capsules of Papaver somniferum are incised, are cut, and white latex is collected. This white latex, when exposed to the air, it turns brownish black and will turn hard. The morphine content of opium is standardized in the government opium factory at Gwalior. The fatal dose for morphinism or morphine poisoning is 200 milligram. Now, how will we get the alkaloids, morphine and codeine from opium? So, opium is treated with calcium hydroxide and calcium morphinate is formed, which is a soluble compound. And this compound is treated with ammonium chloride and it gets precipitated and forms morphine and codeine. Now, analysis of opium. Spot tests for the detection of opium are meconic acid test or ferric salt test, in which to the sample dilute HCl and few drops of 10% FeCl3 are added. Red color is observed, which is divided into two parts. To the one part, dilute HCl is added and the solution is warmed. To the other part, mercuric chloride solution is added. The color remains the same, that is red. Another test is porphyroxene test. To the sample, one drop of 2 normal HCl is added and heated and the color will change to red. These tests are used to differentiate opium from opioids and opiates. Opium and its alkaloids. So these are phenanthrene alkaloids and these are isoquinoline alkaloids. Methylation of morphine results in the formation of codeine and dimethylation of morphine results in the formation of thebaine. Spot tests for the detection of opium and its alkaloids are Marquis test. The reagent is formaldehyde and sulfuric acid in the ratio 1:10. The results are opium gives brownish purple color, morphine gives purple color, codeine violet, and thebaine orange. Nitric acid or aqua fortis test, in which few drops of concentrated nitric acid are added to the sample. Orange color will be observed in the case of morphine and codeine. Semi-synthetic derivatives of opium, DAM or diacetylmorphine, diamorphine or heroin, which is formed by the diacetylation of morphine with acetic anhydride or acetic chloride. MAM is monoacetylmorphine. Norphine or dismethyl is morphine without the methyl group of NCH3, this group. And morphine dependence is characterized by constricted pupil. The various spot tests for heroin are Mackey's test. The reagent is 0.25 gram selenious acid in 25 ml concentrated sulfuric acid, and it produces deep green color. Nitric acid test produces yellow color. Friday test, the reagent is 50 mg molybdic acid or sodium molybdate in 10 ml of hot concentrated sulfuric acid, and it produces purple color which converts into grayish purple. Synthetic opiates are pethidine or meperidine, methadone, which is less addictive to as compared to heroin, and it is used for the withdrawal of heroin. And methadone structure is similar to that of amphetamines. Another one is buprenorphine, which is 30 times stronger than morphine. So for heroin withdrawal, methadone is used. Other examples are dextropropoxyphen, fentanyl. Fentanyl is used for very severe pain. It is an analgesic. Methylfentanyl is more potent than fentanyl. Etorphin is the anesthesia for animals, and it is 1,000 times more potent than morphine. Proxivon contains tramadol and paracetamol. Pentazocine, oxycodone. O-demethylation of oxycodone gives oxymorphone. Cytochrome P453A4 helps in this conversion, and N-demethylation gives noroxycodone. Cytochrome P450 2D6 plays vital role in this. Dextromethorphan is primarily metabolized to dextrorphan by the process of N-demethylation by cytochrome P450 2D6. CYP2D6 and UDP glucuronyl transferases enzymes regulate the metabolism of opiates. For the thin layer chromatography of narcotics, the developing reagent or the solvent system used is ethyl acetate methanol ammonia in the ratio 8.5 is to 1 is to 0.5, or methanol and ammonia in the ratio 10 is to 0.1, or chloroform acetone in the ratio 8 is to 2. Visualization methods are UV light source or drag and drop reagent, which is prepared by two solutions. Solution 1 contains 2 gram bismuth subnitrate, 25 ml glacial acetic acid and 100 ml of water, whereas solution 2 contains 40 gram potassium iodide in 100 ml water. The working solution will contain 10 ml of solution 1, 10 ml of solution 2, 20 ml of glacial acetic acid and 100 ml of water. Other spraying reagent used is acidified potassium iodoplatinate reagent, in which 0.25 gram platonic chloride is added to 5 gram potassium iodide, 100 ml water and 2 ml concentrated HCl. Depressants. The main categories are barbiturates and tranquilizers. Psychotropic substances are depressants, methaqualone, Z-drugs, meprobamate, alcohol and chloral hydrate. Alcohol and chloral hydrate are not included in the NDPS Act. Depressants or downers, they relieve anxiety and produce sleep. Barbiturates and benzodiazepines reduce body functions such as heart rate by acting on the central nervous system, and it increases the activity of GABA that results in drowsiness and slowed brain activity. These are given to the the patients suffering from anxiety, or to make them feel calm for their rest. Street names of depressants are yellow jackets, blue devils, bluebirds, red, etc. Its effects are slurred speech, loss of coordination, slow heart rate, slow breathing, coma, death, euphoria. Euphoria is the imagined state of mind where we start imagining things and feel that these are real. In small doses or medicinal doses, these depressants are known as sedatives, whereas in large doses, they are known as hypnotics. Side effect of depressant increases when these are mixed with alcohol, that is synergetic effect. Barbiturates have sedative and hypnotic characteristics. Barbiturates are also known as blue angels, and phenobarbital is used in euthanasia or mercy killing. The precursor of barbiturates is barbituric acid, which is formed by the reaction of urea with malonic acid. Flunitrazepam is also known as rohypnol or rape drug. Alprazolam or Alprax is the sleep-inducing medicine. Here you can see the precursor of barbiturates, barbituric acid, how it is formed. It is formed by the reaction of urea with malonic acid, and water will be removed and they'll bind together. These two hydrogens will be replaced to form variety of barbiturates, and when the C carbon oxygen bond, CO bond, will replace with CS bond, it is known as thio group, thiopental, thiopentobarbital, etc. Here the oxygen is replaced with the sulfur group, thio group, and there are 5 carbon atoms, so it is thiopental. Color tests for barbiturates. First is the Zwicker test, which consists of two reagents, reagent A and reagent B. Reagent A is 1 to 2% copper sulfate in alcohol, and reagent B is 5% pyridine in alcohol. To the sample was taken in chloroform. Few drops of reagent A are added, followed by 0.5 ml of reagent B. For non-thiobarbiturates, bluish purple color is observed in chloroform layer. For thiobarbiturates, green color is observed. Next is Delhi-Kopiani test. Reagents are reagent A 1% cobalt acetate in absolute alcohol, reagent B 5% isopropyl amine in methanol. To the sample, few drops of reagent A followed by few drops of reagent B. Purple, blue or violet color is observed. Third is Kopani-Zwicker test. The reagent is 1% cobalt nitrate in ethanol. To the sample, 1 drop of reagent is added and 10 microliter of pyrrolidine is added. Violet color is observed. TLC of barbiturates. The developing reagent used can be ethyl acetate methanol ammonia. in the ratio 8.5:1 is to 0.5, and chloroform acetone in the ratio 8 is to 2. The spraying reagent or visualizing reagent used are Zwicker, 40 ml of 10% copper sulfate solution plus 10 ml pyridine, and the final volume will be made up by 100 ml, will be made up using distilled water up to 100 ml. So the total volume of the solution would be 100 ml. Pink spots were observed in case of non-thiobarbiturates and green in case of thiobarbiturates. Another spraying reagent is mercurous nitrate. It gives black spots. The third one is diphenyl carbazone followed by mercuric chloride or mercuric sulfate, and it will give blue or violet spots. Now tranquilizers. Tranquilizers are sleep inducing and muscle relaxant. These are mainly of two types. The major ones are phenothiazines and the minor ones are benzodiazepines. Phenothiazines are used to treat Alzheimer, whereas benzodiazepines are used for treatment of insomnia and hypertension, but they can also be misused. Phenothiazine derivatives bind firmly to tissue protein and hence are a major problem. Their extraction, their analysis is quite difficult. The general benzodiazepine structure is this, where the R1, R2 and R3 is replaced and it forms different benzodiazepines. TLC of benzodiazepines, the developing reagent used is similar to the that of barbiturates. Visualizing reagent can be 2 normal sulfuric acid, and then it is heated and then observed under UV light at 366 nanometer. Another spraying reagent used can be acidified potassium iodoplatinate. Methaqualone is also known as disco biscuit, buttons, press outs, slopes, etc. It is banned in 1984 and the new formulation Mandrax contains methaqualone and diphenylhydramine. The color test for methaqualone is Fisher-Morris test, in which few drops of concentrated formic acid followed by few drops of 5% sodium nitrite are added to the sample, and the sample is kept undisturbed for 2 minutes. Add 1 ml of chloroform, shake it. Yellow color will be observed in the chloroform layer. For the TLC, the solvent system used is ethyl acetate methanol ammonia and chloroform acetone, and the spraying reagent will be drag and drop. Stimulants. Stimulants are also known as uppers. They increase the feeling of energy and alertness while suppress appetite. Various drugs that comes under this category are amphetamine. These are also known as pep pills, methamphetamine, which is also known as ice or crystals of methamphetamine, meth, speed, and methamphetamine is derived from amphetamine. Cocaine, it is a naturally occurring substance, and it is the source of cocaine is erythroxylon coca, leaves of coca plant. 500 kg leaves of coca plant results in 1 kg cocaine powder production. The other names of cocaine are pleasure drug, crack. Crack is crystalline cocaine freebase. Snow, speedballs. Speedballs are cocaine with heroin or morphine. Salt, cocaine flake. Stimulants promote wakefulness, energy, relieve mild depression, and these are also found in dieting tablets to reduce weight as they decrease the appetite. Club drugs are used where stimulants are used as club drugs that are for increasing awareness, decreasing hypertension, and to become hyperactive. So the most useful club drugs are mostly used club drugs are cocaine, MDMA, and methamphetamine. After effects of stimulants are sleeping for 1 2 days, feeling depressed, fatigued, and tired. Caffeine sources. Caffeine is also an stimulant. The caffeine amount is maximum in coffee, then black tea, then tea. About cocaine. The source of cocaine is erythroxylin coca. Coca leaves have two midribs and cocaine is extracted with kerosene. Cocaine is also known as wonder drug or magic drug. Crack cocaine is a powder or crystal form of cocaine. Crack cocaine is formed when cocaine is heated with baking soda and water. Atropine on hydrolysis yields cocaine and cocaine on hydrolysis yields atropine, vice versa. Cocaine bugs are the crawling sensation of the skin on the skin. These are the after effects of cocaine. Like if some insect is there on the skin, it is felt like that. Cocaine is inhaled, injected, or smoked. Ecgonin is the precursor of cocaine. Ecgonin on esterification and benzylation produces cocaine. Ecgonin methyl ester is a metabolite of cocaine. The metabolism of cocaine: 30 to 50% of cocaine is metabolized by hepatic esterase and plasma pseudocholinesterase to form ecgonine methyl ester, the precursor, while 30 to 40% get hydrolyzed non-enzymatically into benzoyl ecgonine. Small amount of cocaine undergoes N-demethylation in liver to form norcocaine, and very small amount get converted into coca-ethylene that is found in the blood and urine of patients who abuse both alcohol and cocaine. So the metabolites of cocaine are ecgonine methyl ester, benzoyl ecgonine, norcocaine, and coca-ethylene. Cocaine hydrochloride cannot be smoked due to its high melting point. The structure of precursor of cocaine, that is ecgonine and cocaine. So this is the tropane group. It is also visualized in the chair form. This is the simplest structure. So tropane group, in which carboxylic acid and alcohol are added. This is ecgonine. On esterification and benzylation, ecgonine forms cocaine, which is basic. Tests for the identification of cocaine. Scott test: the reagent is 2% cobalt thiocyanate in water with 96% glycerine in the ratio 1:1. Sample plus few drops of reagent. Shake. Blue color will be observed. Then 1 drop of concentrated HCl is added. The color will change to pink. Add few drops of chloroform. If the color transfers to the chloroform layer, it indicates cocaine. If the color does not transfer to the chloroform layer, it will indicate the presence of methaqualone. Another test is para-dimethyl aminobenzaldehyde. The reagent is 5% PDAB in alcohol. Sample with few drops of reagent. is heated at 100 degrees Celsius in water bath, red color is observed. For the TLC of cocaine, the solvent system used is methanol ammonia in the ratio 10 is to few drops of ammonia. Visualizing agent is dragon rock or acidified potassium iodoplatinate. Another class of stimulants are amphetamines, phenyl 2-propanone and formamide are used for the synthesis of amphetamine using acetyl benzyl cyanide reaction. Structure of amphetamines: phenylethylamine, the hydrogen of the middle carbon, one hydrogen of the middle carbon is replaced with the methyl group and it forms amphetamine. Then from amphetamine, methamphetamine can be formed by replacing this hydrogen with the methyl group. Hydroxyamphetamine is formed when OH is attached there, and methoxymethamphetamine when there is methoxy group attached to the methamphetamine. Methoxyamphetamine, methoxy group attached to the amphetamine. This is the structure of ephedrine. When the OH group above the carbon atom is placed below it, it forms the structure of pseudoephedrine. So ephedrine and pseudoephedrine are diastomer. Ephedrone is used to synthesize mephedrone. MDA and MDMA. How these are prepared? When methylene dioxide is attached to amphetamine, it forms methylene dioxide amphetamine. When MDA is attached to uh, methamphetamine, methylene dioxide is attached to methamphetamine, it forms MDMA. Identification of amphetamines. Amphetamines stimulate respiratory center. The tests for amphetamines are Marquis test, in which amphetamine shows orange brown color, methamphetamine orange color, MDA blue black, and MDMA black dark purple. Simon reagent test, in which 1 drop of 20% aqueous sodium carbonate solution followed by 1 drop of 50% ethanolic acetaldehyde and few drops of 1% aqueous sodium nitroprusside solution are added. With amphetamine, it forms pink to cherry red color. With methamphetamine, blue color is observed. Catha Edulis or Khat. The active components are cathine and cathinone. The common names are cat or meow meow. Cathine on oxidation forms cathinone. Now the last category, hallucinogens. Hallucinogens affect perception, thinking, self-awareness, and emotions. The various categories of drugs are MDMA, which is synthetic derivative of amphetamine, mescaline, which is a natural occurring substance. The source is cactus peyote. Common name of MDMA are ecstasy, EX, Edam, lovers, beans, hug, and that of mescaline are mescal buttons. Uh, Another example is LSD, which is synthesized from ergot alkaloids. The common names of LSD are blotter acid, window panes, microdots, acid, blue, sunshine, purple, tab, dots, heart. PCP or phencyclidine. It is also known as peace pill, and when it is sprinkled on marijuana, It is known as Acapulco gold, Colombian, wobbleweed or sherms with oregano or parsley, uh, angel dust. Psilocybin is also a naturally occurring drug, which the source is Psilocybe mexicana mushroom. Common names of this are magic mushroom, sacred mushroom, little smoke, and purple passion. Now, marijuana. It has analgesic properties, sedative properties, and also hallucinogenic effects. Its street names are weed, blunt, grass, herb, pod, reefer, puff, smoke, skunk, boom, gangster, chronic, ganja, etc. The source of marijuana is a plant, Cannabis sativa. The hallucinogenic properties are due to the cannabinoid alkaloid tetrahydrocannabinol. Bark of Cannabis sativa is used to make a type of rope known as hemp, and thus it is also known as hemp plant. Sinsemilla is a form of female seedless marijuana which contains 6 to 12% of THC. THC is concentrated in the resin present in flowering tops and leaves of the plant. The stalks, seeds, and roots of the plant have low concentrations of THC. It has low psychological and no physical dependence. Cystolytic hairs are used in the identification of marijuana using microscope. About cannabis plant, charas or hashish is the resin in crude or purified form. Hashish oil or liquor hashish is the concentrated preparation of charas or hashish, which is extracted in glycerine. Ganja is the flowering and fruiting tops of cannabis plant. Bhang is made up of leaves and stem of cannabis plant. Cannabis plant has 5 serrated leaves, compound leaf. Majoon is the sweet prepared from bhang, and it is used as an appetizer to increase the appetite. Active components of cannabis are cannabinol, cannabidiol, and tetrahydrocannabinol. Uh, Chronic poisoning to cannabis may lead to run amok. That is a psychiatric condition in which a person runs deliriously to kill other persons. So the cannabis part and the THC content in percentage are given in this table. Hashish oil contains 10 to 30% of THC. Charas contains 2 to 10% of THC. Ganja 0.5 to 5%. Bhang less than 5%, 0.5%. The structure of THC, cannabinol and cannabidiol. Now the test for the identification of cannabis, fast blue B test, in which the reagent is fast blue B plus anhydrous sodium sulfate in the ratio 25 is to 100. To the sample, solid reagent is added along with the chloroform. Then zero point 0.1 normal NaOH is added. Purple red color will be formed in the chloroform layer. For Duquesnoy's Levine test, the reagent is 5 drops of acetaldehyde, zero point 0.5 gram of vanillin in 20 ml 95% ethanol. To the sample, 2 ml of reagent is added, followed by 2 ml of concentrated HCl. It is shaked and kept undisturbed for 10 minutes. Effervescence is observed due to the presence of cystolytic hair, and then 2 ml of chloroform is added. Violet color is observed in the chloroform layer. The test to differentiate between charas, bhang and ganja is the reagents are reagent 1 is prepared by 1 mg para-aminophenol in 10 ml ethanol. Reagent 2 1 gram caustic caustic potash in 10 ml water sample plus few drops of reagent 1 plus few drops of reagent 2 will give green color for bhang, blue-green color for ganja and violet color for charas. TLC for cannabis, the solvent system used will be petroleum ether and diethyl ether in the ratio 80:20, N-hexane, dioxane and methanol in the ratio 70:20:10. The visualization reagent used is fast blue B. Designer drugs. These drugs are effective for 6 to 8 hours. They cause amnesia, that is the condition where the person is not able to remember the incidents. So these are used in rape cases. K2 spice fake pot that mimics marijuana is a synthetic cannabinoid. Smile bath salts that are synthetic cathinone and black mamba that is synthetic cannabinoids, gamma hydroxyl butyrate GHB or liquid E or cherry meth, blue nitro fishes or rohypnol or flunitrazepam. These are also known as date rape drugs. GHB metabolizes very rapidly into succinic acid. Succinic acid is also present in the body naturally, so it is very difficult to determine whether it is the metabolite or the naturally occurring acid. So its metabolites are undetectable in the body even after few hours of ingestion. Other drugs used are MDMA, GHB, rohypnol, ketamine, methamphetamine, etc. Confirmatory techniques for drug identification are gas chromatography, infrared spectroscopy, high performance liquid chromatography, mass spectroscopy, GCMS, HPLC-MS and HPTLC, etc. Thank you for watching. For more such videos, share and subscribe my YouTube channel Vidhi Vigyan.